Good morning, guys. How's it going? Happy Monday to everybody. Hopefully, everybody's weekend went well as far as sniping goes, and as far as the auction house goes. I know there's a lot of content kind of being thrown at us. As far as that goes, we're going to talk a little bit about the promo packs and what you should expect when you are checking the auction house. The number one main key about sniping, and especially on the weekends, is paying attention to what the topper is, what the packs are. And there's something I don't think gets covered a lot on that, and I'm going to briefly talk about both sides of it. First of all, you need to pay attention to what the topper is during bundle weeks, especially bundle weekends when more people are home to pull them. There's not a whole lot to be said for weekday bundles because not until 6 o'clock or 8 o'clock at night when people are actually home at work from work are there a large amount of packs being pulled. Most of the time it's just random bundles being pulled here and there. But anyways, my point is this: like Saturday, when the Legend bundles dropped, people and everybody, I was not on, I was at work, but people should have been sniping the gold rookie Legend players. And that's just because I believe that was the topper, was a gold legend player was the topper for the weekend. Anyways, but a lot can be said for paying attention to what is on in the topper and what packs are out. Because say is it Game Changers that have the gold badge or better in it? During that time, you're able to buy gold badges way cheaper than what they are the rest of the week. And the same thing can be said for these rookie cards, for the Legends, the gold ones. If you buy low on those, you can hang on to them for a couple of days until after the packs are gone to resell. So I don't know how many of you guys looked at that, or do you look at that on a daily basis? Not really quite daily. Usually every 2 days basis, because that's usually the length of a bundle. Speaking of which, we should have a new bundle today. I'm not sure what the content will be, but I think Color Rush was Saturday, so we should have one more new bundle today. I believe Color Rush was Saturday. Alex, somebody correct me if I'm wrong on that. I'll have to look. I haven't been on my Xbox much. I had friends over during football yesterday. But there's also something to be said for the flip side of that. When packs are like Legend packs, or when they have a specific card in them, whether it's Team of the Week, Football Outsider, a majority of the auction house hunters laser focus on that set. They'll keep going, they'll keep hyper refreshing Legends, or they'll hyper refresh Team of the Week. Now, for me, what I found works for my half of it is when people are going crazy like that on one set, regardless of what it is, I'll go to something completely different and I'll have no competition, because everybody is just let's get it, and nobody's paying attention. Like I said, for example, like Legends, I'll go hang out in Football Outsiders or whatever, and I'll have success in there because there's nobody there, because everybody is just too caught up on something else. Or base cards, whatever. You pick your poison. I have good success when people are in one thing. So there's two sides of that coin. You've got to know what's in the bundle topper, what packs are kind of out to kind of buy and be able to sell for profit. And B, when you are doing that, just don't forget the other programs. I know that seems like a really easy thing to think of, but it's something I think that gets lost on a lot of people, is that everybody gets, like I said, laser sighted on one thing, and then that's all they do. But don't forget the other things, the other programs. Moving on to Color Rush, I was kind of concerned these last couple weeks with how the silver and bronze market would hold its value outside of the Man of the Month sets. And it looks like we're going to see, well, not looks like, but with Color Rush, using those cards, a lot of the teams that weren't rare, their value has substantially gone up. The Lions, for example, I was buying Lions bronzes for 1,400 coins. Now post Color Rush, last I was only on for an hour, so I can't give you 100% to like, you know, I've got a very small sample size. But post Color Rush, they were now being sold for 26 to 3,200 coins, and they were selling at that price. So you guys may have to reestablish a baseline on these cards. I talked about that in my last episode, as far as, you know, establishing a baseline for what a silver Packer card you go for, or a bronze Viking card. You know, get your baseline figured out and then go from there. Well, now I think with Color Rush, because, you know, the jerseys are cool, don't get me wrong, like, it's a really cool thing, a really cool feature, but most people are not doing the sets for the jerseys for the jersey. They're doing it for the chem. So you got to look at the teams. I don't have a comprehensive list. I haven't got a chance to look at it yet. But you've got to look at the teams that are, you know, 4-3 verts, what the more wanted chems, and focus on those. And you should see between those and the other ones that may not be as wanted, you should see a difference in the bronze and silver pricing on each of the players in those sets. And now looking forward, what we can look forward to past Color Rush, going into new promos, is they are obviously going to plan on using these silver and bronzes going forward, whether it's Man of the Month or a new program like we saw with Color Rush. So keep that in mind. We will be able to continue to make coins off of those, and you guys will be able to continue to snipe those. It looks like it's going to be an ongoing theme with those bronze and silver cards. So we should have decent value on those throughout the course of MUT. I'm not 100% sure yet. That would be a Sam Dog question on Reddit if you guys want to talk to him about that, what he thinks. He's a lot better at the investing than I am, so that would be something we could approach him about. But like I said, for me, as a little investing as I do, it looks like they're going to continue to make them valuable. So that's going to be a good thing for us as far as the no money spent players, because that would be an easy flow of coins. It's boring, and I've said that before. It's a very boring sniping bronzes, but it is possible, and it is 100% profitable. Something else I wanted to touch on today, I touched on it last week, but I'm going to touch on it again, is the need to sell your base elites now. There are going to be cards out in the matter of 2 or 3 weeks. Probably, like I said, by week 4, that will be 91, 92 cards for sure. I mean, we've already got the 90 Color Rush Girly, but I'm talking about more obtainable cards, whether it's Team of the Week or Football Outsiders. We're going to see cards out soon that are going to, stat-wise, and like I said, it might even be a gold card that stat-wise is, you know, maybe it's a few points off route running or a few points off of block shit or whatever, but it's going to still financially be beneficial to you to sell base Des Bryant, because there is going to be a receiver that is close enough stat-wise for you to be able to get by with them while your Des sells. The other things that I've been looking at, and like I said, I haven't been on a whole lot this weekend, but bundles. The fact that the bundles have been lasting about 2 days, and sometimes the content, the toppers are not great. That's EA's way of kind of stabilizing the market on stuff. Because As long as if like they cannot put out a great bundle every day or every 2 days, because if they did, there'd be so many cards on the market, they'd all be worthless. So what EA does to stabilize that is they'll put out a great topper like like Gold Legend players on Saturday, and they'll come back with Mutt Gear topper, whatever, and then that way you don't have there's not that like influx of huge pack ripping every single day of the week, because like I said, they just can't do that. They can't the market cannot sustain that amount of pack pulling, because everybody would have all their bronzes. I mean, if you go through the list, like everything would be so much appreciated in value. And people, I know I complain sometimes when I see a really bad bundle, like on my stream. It's not that I'm complaining about the bundle, because I don't buy the bundle anyways. I'm complaining because now the cards that are coming as the top, or what they include in packs, aren't going to be profitable snipes for me. So that's something that, we have to look at. I apologize. I'm still trying to drink my coffee this morning. I'm still not quite awake. And I just drip coffee on myself. That's awesome. So anyways, I apologize for that. I'm like a freaking child right now. But going back to the silvers and bronzes, you guys need to be paying attention to them 110%. Just because it looks like I said, I can't say without fact. And there's nothing else I want to touch on. EA, through being EA, has the ability to change the way they do things on a year-by-year basis. There were promos 2 years ago. I think they were called Monday Night Heroes. Maybe it was last year, I forget. The promo sucked, though. But anyways, for guys that aren't familiar with it, the card would morph into Elite card on Monday nights, and then go back down to 81, or on Mondays, and it would morph down to like 81 gold the rest of the week. The promo sucked. Nobody liked the cards. So it didn't work. So they did away with it. Now, something as far as the investing says going forward, we should see a Halloween promo, a Thanksgiving promo, a Christmas promo, and probably an Easter promo. But EA, being EA, has the rights to change that up on us at any point. See Color Rush. And instead of just adding jerseys, they added jerseys and players. So now we've got players that were not in the market last year. And now, we've got 2 Leonard Williams cards already. We're going to wind up with, we got 3 Gerald McCoys, which is the base, the Color Rush, and I believe is the competitive one for the competitive badges. So EA reserves the right to change up the structure of the game as they see fit year by year. And that's just something that we're going to adapt to. Like I said, the only thing I can say that's probably a sure thing right now is that the silvers and bronzes for Man of the Month and Color Rush and whatever future promos they decide to lay out are going to be used. They've done away with the 72 through 74 golds for being rare for sets, and they've gone to just wild cards. That changed the game a lot for us snipers, for us no money spent guys, but we still now have other avenues. And we just gotta. It's not about knowing. And I got asked this last week, like, how do I know the price of all these players? I don't know the price of every single individual player. I know the price of a tier of a team. I'm going to reacquaint myself with that today, though. So I'm going to spend about 3 or 4 hours in the auction house, kind of just going through the filters and getting my groove back as far as what Color Rush did to the teams that, once again, weren't rare prior. Because I think that now, if they do have a good chem tied to their jersey, they are going to be much more wanted. So that's something I'm going to look at today. I may do a second short podcast later today regarding Team of the Week, going over the cards. It'll just be a quick overview of stuff. But I hope everybody has a good day. Get a hold of me on Reddit, Ashwin23, on Twitter, Mutt Snipes all day. My first 2 episodes of the podcast are up on SoundCloud under Mutt Snipes all day also. So if there's anything you guys would like to ask or know, go ahead and comment, message, whatever. I'm up to answering pretty much any question. One thing I don't really answer is specific teams. But if there's anything you guys would like to hear about, let me know, and I can go over it for next week, or I can maybe make a second podcast. All right, everyone. Everybody have a great day, and good luck today.